First, tell me a little about yourself.
My name is Tajay Tarico Van Loan. I am a junior in Bridgewater State University. I get myself involved with Filmmaker Society. I have a job in the studio, so I always keep myself busy. I'm more into the editing aspect when it comes to film, like my major. My major is film communications. But I like to, being on camera sometimes and also do the camera sometimes. It depends. But that's pretty much about me.
Did you work before, and what did you used to do?
Well, I do work now. I work in the studio. I just kind of let people get equipment, show me your card. They get the card, they get the equipment. That's signed something that says, basically, if you break it, you pay for it. So that's a fun job. But my first job was when I was recording games for my high school.
Ooh.
That was one of the things that I was doing. So it was fun. You get to work as a team. You used to record. I used to record football, basketball, and a bunch of other sports until my senior year. And then as the days went on, my second job was at Home Depot. Now, Home Depot was probably the most difficult because it was during the pandemic.
Oh, no.
And yeah, it was like, during that time, it was very stressful because, a lot of people were freaking out and you always have to stay calm under pressure. So that's what I've been learning to do lately. And then I kind of left the job after a while because after I would say 6 months, I basically was like, okay, I'm good. Because it wasn't treating me right. And then, let's see. Another job that I had was the Veterans Office. So back in the days, in this summer, I was working as someone who did VA claims and worked with the veterans and stuff with disabilities. And it was quite nice because it was very, it was kind of like changing my view because I never thought that, veterans would have it rough because I always thought they fought for their country, they get benefits. And sometimes that's not always the case because a lot of times they end up being homeless or they end up being whatever, and the government kind of sometimes doesn't really take care of them as they should have.
They forget about them.
Yeah, I would say that because it was very sad to see them because some of them wouldn't even get a check and it was kind of sad to see. But I learned how to do stuff on the computer when it came to Excel and stuff. And, I know most names of the veterans that came in and that came out. And it was very nice to just get to know them. Now, some of them are they're a little colorful, I would say. They're very colorful. But, it's like you learn how to deal with people and how they function. And that's why it's probably the best to be considerate of the fact that sometimes people express themselves in different ways. The people who I worked with were super nice because they were very nice to me. They were always respectful, unlike Home Depot. So I was just like, ooh, this is a nice job. That was probably the best job that I had because it was always interesting. I always kept myself busy and sometimes I finished all my work. So they were just kind of like, oh, you did enough. You basically sit here and do nothing, which was good because it was relaxing. But I like to keep myself busy. So that's one of the jobs I did.